and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunshine Zee, and if it's your first time here, you are welcome. Please feel free to click the subscribe button, comment, like, share this video, and I hope you enjoy the content on this channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's good to have you here, and I do hope that you are doing well. And as always, I appreciate you. I know I say this every video, but I really do appreciate you. In today's video, I actually have a special guest. She is also a colleague of mine here on YouTube. She also has her own YouTube channel. I'll let her introduce herself in just a few minutes, but I just wanted to quickly explain how this video is going to work. So part of the video is going to be on this channel where you're seeing it now, and the rest of it is going to be on her channel. And I would recommend that you go to her channel, check it out, comment, like, subscribe. This is why we're doing this whole collaboration. And I was just saying to her earlier that I don't know if we should call this a collaboration, but it actually is. As much as we still both like smaller YouTubers, it still is a collaboration. So please go check her out, and I'd really appreciate it if you support by subscribing to her channel. So let me not delay any further and have her introduce herself. As mentioned, I do have a special guest with me today. She goes by the name Sunflower, the artist. Welcome.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me here today, and thank you so much for the opportunity to film this video with you. It is an honor. Thank you.
Right, yeah.
And my name is Sunflower, the artist. I'm also a YouTuber right here with my own channel.
Do check it out as mentioned.
Please do.
And tell us a little bit about yourself if you don't mind.
Well, like I said, I'm an artist. I'm a YouTuber. I do a lot of different types of art. I'm very interested in different forms of art, but I like filming it. But I also like vlogs and lifestyle and nice things. So I'm here for nice things.
We actually discovered that we both on YouTube kind of by accident. She had organized like a sort of business brunch.
Check out the video.
Yes, it is on her channel. So I've already featured on your channel.
Yes.
So I have without
knowing.
Without really.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she kept on taking footage, and I was like, what is that for? And she said, no, I have my own YouTube channel. I was like, same girl, same. And that's how this idea, I think, got birthed, and I'm so excited to finally have you here. And we're going to be talking about 5 things that we've learned so far this year. So before we get started, a reminder once again that part of this video will be here, but the rest of it will be on
my channel.
Her channel. Okay, guys, so I forgot to mention, can you see? There's something there. There's something there. So this is actually Sunflower's clothing brand. It's called Queen Esther. Do you want to plug yourself here?
Yes, this is Queen Esther loungewear. So it's loungewear. Basically, you wear it wherever you want, however you want, with whoever you want. And we needed to be comfortable for this. So here we are.
Thank you, by the way. And I really love this color. She asked me which color. And as you know, I'm a girly girl, guys. So I had to go with pink, and I think it's a good color on me. So thank you.
It is.
Shout out to Queen Esther's loungewear. So guys, let's get right into it. Okay, so we say we're going to be speaking about the 5 things that we've learned so far in 2022. So we've agreed off camera that I would start. Apparently because I talk so much, guys.
Yeah, it's a channel.
So my first thing that I think is a major thing, and it will sound like it's like a duh kind of a thing, but I'll explain. So my first lesson for 2022 is that God is good. That's what I've learned this year, and I've known it, but there's years where you feel like, wow, You know, I actually felt like at some point this year, I actually felt like writing a poem about just how good God is. And as some of you might know, I've been through the most. So it's like, how are you saying that God is good while you're going through a lot? And I think that's exactly it. It's because I was going through all of those things that I realized that, you know what, just because things are not going my way or they're not going exceptionally well, does not affect the goodness of God. Like, He remains good whether or not my situation is good or bad, or whatever the case might be.
It's sometimes also just the comfort, just His presence there, and doesn't matter what's happening, just the comfort. Yeah,
exactly. And He's always there. He never leaves us. That's actually the most amazing part about Him, and that's why I'm saying that God is good. So for me, that has been, I think, the major lesson for the year so far.
Definitely.
How about you, Sunflower?
Well, my number one is to be patient with people, but know when to let go.
Okay.
So there are some people where it's okay to not have them around, and you should know when it's okay to let them go, because there's a season for everyone. And then there are some people where you just need to keep pushing with them, because each person has a season in your life, the same way that you have a season in everyone's life. So you need to know how much to push and how much to be patient with, until the point where you say, okay, this is my season, this is where the season ends, and this is where my season in your life and your season in my life ends. So
yeah, that's pretty mature for a young lady. And I think I touched on it in my previous video about how our destinies are not tied to people who have lived. And I mean, like I said, it really does hurt when people leave.
Yes,
right?
It does.
But like you saying, it's a seasonal thing, and you need to recognize that maybe the season is just over. So
it's okay. It does hurt, but it has to come at some point.
Okay. And my number 2 lesson for 2022 is to be content in whatever state I'm in. There was a time when I wasn't content, but I've learned to be content. And contentment really just means that you're okay with whatever state that you're in. Whether you have or whether you have not, you are just okay with it. You know, you have peace and you accept it. It's easier said than done. It really is. But there are seasons in your life that show you that you can make it through anything, and you can do it with a smile. You don't have to be miserable or bitter when things are not going well. You can still cheer others on and be like, guys, just be happy. You know, actually I don't think the word is happy. The word is joy. And joy is a fruit of the Spirit, which is, you know, allow God to make you content and at peace. And you find yourself smiling even when things are not going well. And it's not a fake smile or anything like that. It's just, you're content, you know.
I needed to hear that.
Really?
I really needed to hear that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my second lesson.
I'm gonna watch this video.
Wow. Okay. That was my second lesson of this year. And yours?
Mine is everything about life is spiritual. So everything about this life that we're living in is definitely spiritual. So there are some things that we're told not to do, not to participate in, and not to find yourself in those environments or around those people. And you'd ask yourself, why? I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to do that. And until this year did I see that so much about life is spiritual. And there was someone who once told me that whatever you agree to do in the spiritual, you agree to it in the physical, and the same way around. So now, if you are affected in the physical, it will affect your spiritual life as well. So just be careful around there.
I wish you could go into that.
I really wish I didn't want to say too much because I was like, you're talking too much.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have her back for another video where we can just like go on that point number 2, and that video will be like, let's go into point number 2.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's quite interesting. And my third lesson for 2022, oh my goodness, is running a small business.
Me too.
Guys, yeah, we're both small business owners, as mentioned. That's her brand, and I actually don't even think I've actually plugged my own brand on my own channel, guys.
It's time. You guys are about to be sick of it. You guys are about to see it every single time on this channel.
I really need to talk to you guys about my small business. But anyways, I didn't think I could actually do it. And she's one of the people that have really just like been she's played quite a big role in that small business. But and along with that lesson of how to run a small business, I'm not saying I'm good at it or I'm doing exceptionally well, but here's the thing, I am doing it. And that's the biggest difference, is actually doing it and talking about it are two different things. And I just want to say to somebody who might be watching this who's a small business owner, it's okay to get feedback from people, right? You know, there's no harm really, although sometimes it can be harmful because sometimes people don't know what they're talking about. So I will say this to you: take advices mostly from people who are doing it themselves. So either somebody who's had a small business and it failed, actually that's probably the best person to teach you about it, or somebody who's actually doing it because they know what it's actually like to have a small business. Other people think they know, and I think they mean well. I don't think people,
because they reflect their fears on you also.
That's the thing. I hope you heard that. They really do, because they'll tell you, oh, you don't have this or you don't have that. And I found that some of those things personally stopped me because I was like, I don't have this or I don't have that, until I read something. I just can't remember what it was, but it was talking about that you know, don't take constructive criticism from anyone who hasn't built anything, who hasn't constructed anything. So that's just my, you know, tip to you small business owners. I've learned a lot through my small business journey this year, but I think I wanted to just put it as one lesson, how to run a small business. That's my third lesson for 2022. How about you, Sunflower?
I wanted to say something on when people talk on your your goals and your business, something like that. I was actually listening to a podcast by a preacher. I forgot his name. He was talking about the power of your tongue, the power of speaking, and he said the reason why we are told not to tell people our plans and our goals is not because they've got any key to it, or not because they've got the power to stop it from happening, but they've got the just like spirits, we are very powerful beings. So they've got the power to speak into your imagination. So I can tell you that it won't work because you don't have a good capital. But then I'm just speaking words into your imagination. If those words can build up strong enough in your imagination, then they can come to life.
That is so true.
But then if your imagination is strong enough to block it out, then... So that's why they said, don't speak before your eggs have hatched. So yeah.
That is quite a lesson, guys. This video, like...
it's spicy.
Wow, thank you for that. That's actually quite... It's so true. It's so true. I don't think we have enough time.
Because when I heard it, I was like...
But I wish we could also go into that point as well. But thank you for that. But okay, go into your point number 3.
Also saying number 3. Okay. Anything could happen to you too. So any of the other things could happen to you too. So if you're looking at someone's situation, especially people who like to look down at someone else's situation, it could happen to you too. And the best thing you could do, even if you don't understand someone's decisions and situation, the best thing you can do is sit back and watch. Rather not say anything, because it could happen to you too. Because it's easy to judge someone and be like, I would have never done that. But if you find yourself in the same situation, it's easy to just, yeah.
I would actually speak a little bit on that to say that it's human. We do that as human beings. We are harsher on the next person than we are on ourselves, because we feel that we understand why we make certain decisions, but because we don't know why the other person made those decisions, then we are harder on them. We were like you say, we were like, I would have never done
I would have never done that. Why are you doing that?
But then the same thing happens to you, and then you realize, okay,
I see why you did
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
interesting.
Yeah, and we see that a lot from our parents, because growing up, you're like, why would he do that? Why would she do that? And then when you grow up, you realize that these people are just human. They're just trying to, get by. So yeah.
And I think it's easy to judge when you're not in a situation.
Definitely.
Like you say, with our parents, we thought, why are they doing this?
Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you raise me like this? Why didn't I have this? And then you find yourself there and you're like, okay.
Exactly. And how dare we actually want to tell them how to parent? But hey, especially those teen years, we were like, hi, these people are not doing it right. I'm pretty sure they're not doing it right. But now we have a bit more. I think that's the thing about life. As you grow, you tend to understand things better, because you have that retrospective view, and also just life.
Yeah.
Life teaches you.
Teaches you.
Go through life and you will learn a lot. But thank you so much for being on my channel. As mentioned, the rest of our points will be on her channel. But I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, guys. What do you call your people?
I don't have a name for them. I'm sure they're watching it. They're like, what do you call us? They're just my subbies. And actually, I will talk about why I don't have a name. In one of my videos, I will mention why.
There's a reason, guys.
There is a
reason. Okay.
But that's all for today. I do hope to catch you in my next video. Until then, do take care. Love and light to you all.